My name is Ken Stout. I'm a radiology manager at the Children's Hospital, and I've been here a little over 15 years. I started in 2001 as a CT tech. I did that for, I believe, about 8 years, and then I became a supervisor at the Children's Hospital at around 2009, and then a radiology manager within about the past year. Whenever I first started at Covenant, I was looking for a job. What has made me stay is the sense of family, the pride you see in everybody, their work, the way the leaders take care of the employees. Once you kind of take hold of the mission and vision of Covenant, you automatically just start taking that pride in your work. Everybody has the opportunity to do what they do best every day. So if you take that opportunity, take that advantage, you'll stay forever.
I'm Helen Hunter, and I'm a practice supervisor for Covenant Medical Group. I've worked for Covenant for 20 years. I love my job. I love what I do. I feel we make a difference. What I treasure most about Covenant is the faith-based ministry. I have witnessed the most compassionate care given to patients, and where they truly cared for the body, mind, and spirit.
I'm Karen Baggerly, Chief Nurse Executive, and I've been with Covenant for 40 years. Well, I was lucky enough to graduate actually from Covenant School of Nursing back in 1974, so most of my career has been in the intensive care units. I was nurse manager, director of nursing, and finally lucky enough to have the chief nursing officer position. I think Covenant is truly a ministry, and so given that, I have the opportunity every day to serve in some capacity. So it's priceless. You know, nurses are a pretty special group. They're big-hearted individuals. But they're strong. So I love working with nurses because they really are trying to do the right thing for the patient.
My name is Peggy Newsom. I am the day shift charge nurse in surgical ICU. I've been there about 22 years. In the 44 years that I've been a nurse, patients do not change. They have always needed us, and that is a very honorable role that they have given us. And I stay because of them, first and foremost. But the people I work with, that's like family. It is family. I've shared as many meals with those people as I have my own children. We depend on each other. We are our greatest strength. So many times for me, my job is not just taking care of patients, but taking care of my staff. I think the Greek word parakletos, to walk alongside as a counselor and an advocate. That's my job for my staff and my patients.
I am Beverly Brooks, and I'm the Regional Medical Record Director here at Covenant, and I've been here for 40 years. One morning I was greeting, and this gentleman had come in, and he had his grown daughters with him, and you could tell that he was going to, trying to stay strong because he was about to have open heart surgery. And so I had the opportunity to take him up to the second floor, and everything was going, well, we was chatting, and we got up to the second floor, and I was explaining to the daughters that, well, this is the waiting room, and he broke down. And so we circled up right there, and we prayed for him. And once we prayed for him, it made the biggest difference because he knew God was in control.
My name is Patsy Cardona, and I work at Joe Arrington Cancer Center in the research department. I've been there 17 years, and I've been at Covenant 30 years. When patients come to us in research, we are giving them a chance to get new and novel treatments, and sometimes it's their last hope. Doing that type of work is very rewarding, knowing that we are there for the patients when they have absolutely nothing else.
My name is Janelle Smith. My current title is House Supervisor for Covenant Specialty Hospital Dialysis. I've been at Covenant Hospital since 1981, something like that, 35 years. I like that it's a Christian-based facility. I can pray with my patients if they want to be prayed with. I can sit and talk to a family member, like I did just a couple of days ago, about what this man's eternity that he was fixing to step into was going to be. I took care of one of the first AIDS patients that we had in the 90s, and he was a gentleman who had a very coarse beard, and we had the best time shaving his beard off. It took about 8 or 10 razors. The other day I found a note when I was cleaning the bottom of a cabinet drawer, and she had written telling me, "Thank you for taking care of my son. Thank you for showing the love of Jesus in your life towards him. And thank you for showing that a patient's color doesn't matter. You just care for them because you love them." And that makes me get kind of teary-eyed. But you know, I was just doing my job and taking care of him. And he's a good memory.
My name is Erica Gomez. I am a registered nurse, and I have been at Covenant for 5 years. I became a nurse because I enjoy being there for others, and I also speak Spanish. And I've been, before I was a nurse, we were in a situation where we didn't understand a lot, and there wasn't anybody there to help us, or my parents, really more my parents, my family, explain to them what was going on. And I am able to do that when we do have Spanish-speaking families, and I'm there to help them and support them and help them understand everything that is going on. Hola, mi nombre es Erika y aquí estoy para ayudarle. And in English that means, hi, my name is Erica, and I'm here to help you.
I am Gil Barcas. I'm a charge nurse in South 6 in orthopedics, and I've been with Covenant for 16 years. I was one of the few nurses that came over in 2001 from the Philippines, and back then I was working night shift from 11 to 7. We only had 8-hour shifts back then, and I worked a night shift for a couple of years, and then after that I worked 3 to 11. Sometimes I would do 3 to 11 and 11 to 7 if there's no staff. And then we moved to 12-hour shifts, and I moved to day shift. And I assumed the position of a charge nurse back in 2009, and I've been a charge nurse since then. I would say that the people are the most that I would treasure with Covenant, because I work with them every day, and I collaborate with other departments every day. And the staff, we support each other every day and help each other. I think it has the service that I give every day. And I would say that I think my parents aptly named me Gil Pablo. That's my middle name. And what that means is little servant of God. So Gil is little and Pablo is servant of God. And that being said, allows me to be of help to other people, and defines me as a person to be of service to everyone.
My name is Teresa Hayes. I am an executive assistant in administration. I've been here 35 and a half years and counting. I first started in respiratory therapy as I was going to Texas Tech. I was working 3 to 11 in that department as a department secretary. Worked there for a few years. Then I moved on to food nutrition, working days as the department secretary. Worked there for a short time. And then I've served the rest of my tenure, probably 30 some odd years, in administration. I was born in Methodist Hospital. Work there. I've had my children there. My children attended the Covenant Daycare, grew up there. It's very near and dear to my heart. And I've, I guess, done all of those phases of life, and hopefully way in the future I've got maybe retirement and that sort of thing. So basically it's been my life. The people I work with, they are your best cheerleaders when you have success, and when you experience loss or have need, they are right there to support you and sustain you. That speaks volumes.